It takes all the strength he's got just to walk up to her table with his big old broken heart. And he stumbles on the way. He tries his best to smile, and he finally just says, "Forgive me, I haven't done this. I just come here for the music. I get lost here in the sound. I ain't looking for nobody, but could I buy you one more round? Don't that fiddle play so lonesome? Don't that singer sing so good? I just come here for the music. How about you?" She doesn't mean to seem so cold. He's just asking for a dance. Lord knows her body's willing, but her heart can't take that chance. She doesn't want to hurt his feelings. He's got an understanding smile, like he can see she's healing. Could we sit here for a while? I just come here for the music. I get lost here in the sound. I ain't looking for nobody, but you can buy me one more round. Yeah, that fiddle plays so lonesome, and that singer is so good. I just come here for the music.
Just like you.
I just come here for the music. How about you?
CFEP is 105.9, Seaside FM.
This is a Seaside FM News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Daniel Briand with your Seaside FM News. A 54-year-old woman is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries after being struck by an SUV in Dartmouth. Halifax Regional Police say the collision happened yesterday afternoon on Nantucket Avenue near the transit terminal. Investigators say the woman was crossing the road outside of a crosswalk when she was hit by a westbound SUV. The driver remained at the scene and the investigation is ongoing. Also, gasoline and diesel prices in Nova Scotia will drop again tonight at midnight. Regular self-serve gas is falling 9.7 cents per litre, bringing the minimum price to 170.9 cents. Diesel is dropping 9.9 cents per litre, with the new minimum price being set at 219.6 cents per litre. The price drop comes just a day after the Nova Scotia Energy Board used its interrupter clause to adjust fuel prices because of significant changes in world markets. The interrupter clause dropped regular gas 10.4 cents and diesel 9.4. The federal carbon tax on gasoline and diesel remains suspended until September 7th. Also, more than 180 homes and businesses on Big and Little Tancook Islands are set to get high-speed internet thanks to a new undersea fiber optic cable project. Crews are laying nearly 6 kilometers of submarine cable to connect the islands off the coast of Chester to the mainland, part of the province's Internet for Nova Scotia initiative. The project also includes about 8 kilometers of aerial fiber and is expected to be complete this fall. Nova Scotia says it's now close to providing high-speed internet access to all underserved homes and businesses in the province, with fewer than 500 locations remaining. Lastly, Canadians affected by the 2020 CRA data breach can now apply for compensation through the $8.6 million class action settlement. Eligible people could receive up to $80 or $200 for time spent dealing with the breach and up to $5,000 for eligible identity theft expenses in the most serious cases. The settlement applies to certain people whose government accounts were accessed between June and August of 2020. Claims can be submitted online or by mail until February 3rd of 2027. The federal government says the settlement is not an admission of wrongdoing. And now in Seaside FM Sports, the NFL is officially back. The preseason starts tonight with the Arizona Cardinals hosting the Carolina Panthers. It's actually a busy night in football as the CFL is also underway tonight. The Calgary Stampeders battle the Toronto Argonauts. Lastly, in the MLB, the Blue Jays start a series against the Cubs, Miami versus Atlanta, and the Royals play Minnesota. That's sports. Weather is coming up next.
Prophecy for today provides knowledge and understanding of what God's Word says will happen, so you may be prepared, pure, and productive in the light of the imminent rapture of the Church. The People's Gospel Hour, founded by the late Perry F. Rockwood, is a radio and literature ministry dedicated to the preaching of the gospel of Jesus Christ and teaching the precepts of the Word of God. Please join us for Prophecy for Today, Monday through Friday at 5:45 a.m. and the People's Gospel Hour, Sundays at 7 a.m. on 105.9 Seaside FM.
Tonight, a few clouds, fog patches developing overnight, and a low of 18. Tomorrow, sunny, becoming a mix of sun and cloud in the afternoon, a high of 32, humidex of 38, and a UV index of very high. In the night, clear, and a low of 19. Saturday, a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 29, overnight cloudy with a low of 20. For weather at any time, you can visit our website at seasidefm.com. I'm Daniel Briand.
Cow Bay, your easy listening favorites are on Seaside FM.
The following program is brought to you in the high-power stereophonic sounds of Seaside FM in conjunction with
My name is Josh and I'm your host. December 21st, 1988. 1989.
My name is Joshua and welcome 1990. And welcome to our second anniversary show.
My name is Joshua and welcome.
April 3rd, 1994. And welcome to our 6th anniversary
My
show.
name is Joshua and welcome.
Today's date is October 18th, 2004.
Welcome to Charles' Tape Series.
Welcome to the JSC.
Welcome to an evening with Charles Hsuen.
Welcome to the Swing Arrangement with Charles Hsuen.
Coming to you live on Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen on 105.9 Seaside FM from Eastern Passage. CQHS Productions celebrating 38 years in broadcasting.
It's the wonderful sound of Radio Wonderful.
A good Thursday evening, everyone. Today's date is August the 6th, 2026. Welcome to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen, right here on 105.9 Seaside FM, your home for the best music. A pleasant good evening to you all. I'm Charles Hsuen, and this is Evening Solitude. I bring you music until the program closes. That's going to be down the line at 8 p.m. We are broadcasting to you live from our studios in the heart of Eastern Passage, and if you're picking us up on local radio, it's frequency modulation station signal, 105.9 megahertz on your FM dial, online at seasidefm.com, on Bell Alliant Digital TV Channel 779, East Link Digital TV Channel 952. And if you want to pick us up on one of our streaming sites and watch and listen to us and see what goes on behind the scenes, you can go to our Facebook Live on our custom Facebook page, the handle at Charles Halifax Radio, or go to my personal Facebook page and go to at Charles Hsuen. That's how you pronounce and spell Hsuen. Or you can go to YouTube Live, Twitter, or Twitch TV and go to one of those streaming sites and search Charles Hsuen and August 6th on any of those platforms. And if you want to go to one of your smart speakers, such as Siri, Alexa, or Google Home, ask it to play Seaside FM. And if you want to contact me, you can do it one of many ways, lifting up your phone, giving us a shout here at 902-469-6000, or you can message me on any messaging platform on a social media service and search Charles Hsuen and message me in real time. It is a hot, hot, hot day out here in Halifax with the humidex. I think we went over 40 degrees. However, we're going to try and cool your spirits down with some great music from the Great American Songbook. One starting off with is from 1996, the album called Stardust. This is Natalie Cole and her orchestra doing her father's music, as she was famously popular for introducing her father into a new audience and doing a duet digitally after he passed away. They sang a duet together in 1991, I believe it was. We're going to be hearing now this one with Natalie Cole singing Let's Face the Music and Dance, and Nat King Cole, her father, doing a Hammond B3 organ solo from a 1962 recording. This is a fantastic swinger. Let's start off with Let's Face the Music and Dance right here on Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
But while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. Before the fiddlers have fled, before they ask us to pay the bill, and while we still have the chance, let's face that music and dance. So be without the moon, humming a different tune. And then there may be teardrops to shed. So while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance.
This is your window to Broadway, American classics, and the spectrum of jazz. This is Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen on 105.9 Seaside FM in Eastern Passage and online around the globe on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch TV.
There's a few more lonesome cities that I'd like to see, while the wine of wandering is still inside of me. There's a few more pretty women that I'd like to know, a bridge or two I'd like to cross, a few more oats to sow. Maybe when I've done it all, seen all there is to see, I'll find out I still cannot run away from me. But as long as trains keep running, restless man I'll be. And there's a few more lonesome cities that I've yet to see. Maybe when I've done it all, seen all there is to see, I'll find out I still cannot run away from me. But as long as trains keep running, a restless man I'll be. And there's a few more lonesome cities that I've yet to see. One or two more lonesome cities that I've yet to see.
Frank Sinatra, backed up by Don Costa and his orchestra, from most people, for Sinatra Files, a little-known album. It was called A Man Alone, recorded in 1969, about a couple years before his self-imposed retirement in 71. This was a album that was totally dedicated in tribute to the poet Rod McEwen. We heard Lonesome Cities. That one recorded on the 19th to the 21st of 1969 in March, and then it was released in August of that year. I listened to this on the radio, and I said, where does this come from? Because it's very hard to place. And it is Sinatra trying to battle contemporary music. And 69, boy, you were going through a lot of stuff. The Beatles were basically in their height, and you had rock music, and Sinatra just still trying to remain relevant, and his voice tiring out, and went into a self-imposed retirement in less than 2 years after this recording. Not a well-known tune, but some fantastic pieces of music. Lonesome Cities. Natalie Cole before that, and that was Let's Face the Music and Dance, and that with the hymn in B3 organ was her father, Nat King Cole, and that was from the 1996 album Stardust. My name is Charles Hsuen, and this is Evening Solitude, bringing you music until the program closes. That's going to be down the line at 8 p.m. I'm going to do sort of an A-B comparison now. We heard Sinatra sing sort of a middle-of-the-road piece of music. Here is his son in 2006, and so almost 30 years later, and we are going to hear, actually almost 40 years later, we're going to be hearing What a Difference a Day Makes. This is from The Face, and this is Terry Woodson and the orchestra. And you'll hear the timbre, very similar to his father. And as I've always said on this program, Sinatra Jr. was the best imitator or emulator of his father's sound. There's nobody else who could actually remotely get that right tone and that swing tone. And he had the best teacher, his father. Let's have a listen.
What a difference a day made, 24 little hours, brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. My yesterday was blue, dear, today I'm part of you, dear. My lonely nights are through, dear, since you said you were mine. What a difference a day makes. There's a rainbow before me, skies above can't be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss, it's heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made, and the difference is you. What a difference a day made. Here's a rainbow before me, skies above can't be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss, it's heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day makes, and the difference is you. And the difference is you.
The stories behind the songs, the soundtracks of generations of the 20th century and beyond. You're listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen, with over 20 years strong on 105.9 Seaside FM and streaming worldwide on SeasideFM.com, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and Twitch TV.
Thank you. You know, ladies and gentlemen, every once in a while there comes a song that you feel will be a standard. And this is one we'd like to try and do for you from the new sounds of today.
When you're down and troubled and you need some of love and care, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is just call, and I'll be there. You got a friend. Right on. When the sky above you is dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, think ahead and think of me. Call my name out loud, and I'll come running at your door. You just call out my name,
Live from the Santa Monica Symphony Civic Auditorium. You're welcome, Ella. That is Ella Fitzgerald, the First Lady of Song. From 1972, the Tommy Flanagan Quartet, along with Count Basie and his orchestra, with a slew of fantastic musicians. It was a surprise concert for the launch of Norman Grantz's new label called Pablo, after he disbanded his former label, Verve, and really housed all of the great jazz musicians from the 1950s and 60s. In the late 1960s, he walked out of the business and then came back in 72 with this all-star concert, signed all of these artists, and this is the old with the new, and that's Ella Fitzgerald, who was great in singing the Great American Songbook, doing contemporary songs in her style. And so there it was. Before that, Frank Sinatra Jr., What a Difference a Day Makes. That's from 2006, and that was from that album, That Face, and that is Terry Woodson and his orchestra. Another person who celebrated his centenary, who passed a couple of years ago, was Tony Bennett. One of my favorite pieces of music from Tony Bennett comes from a little-known album that has not been released digitally that I know of. It came from 1972. This was after Tony had a really acrimonious breakup with his former label, and then he signed back on again, and that was Columbia. This is called With Love, and this is with Captain Robert Farnon, a beautiful ballad with a wonderful arrangement. Here is Tony Bennett and Remind Me.
Turn off that charm, I'm through with love for a while. I'm through and yet you have a fabulous smile. So if I forget, remind me not to find you so attractive. Remind me that the world is full of men. When I start to miss you, to touch your hand, to kiss you, remind me to count to 10. I had a feeling when I met you, you'd drive me crazy if I'd let you. But all my efforts to forget you remind me I'm in love again. I get my heart well in hand, and I'm certain that I can take you or leave you alone. Then you begin that begin again, and boom, I give in again. I have a will made of steel, my friend, but when it seems about to bend, remind me not to mention that I love you. Remind me to be sorry that we met. Although I adore you, remind me to ignore you. You're one thing I will regret. So when your charms begin to blind me, I'll simply simply tie my hands behind me. Don't let me kiss you, please remind me. Unless, my darling, you forget.
Over 30 years of broadcasting the Great American Songbook and jazz music. This is Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen on 105.9 Seaside FM and streaming worldwide on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and Twitch TV. This is the home for the best music.
Begins to beam. Every night I dream a little dream, and of course Prince Charming is the theme, the he for me. Although I realize as well as you, it is seldom that a dream comes true. To me it's clear that he'll appear. Someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong, the man I love. And when he comes my way,
The vivacious Edie Gourmet, one half of Steve and Edie. That was The Man I Love. And that one singing in the great standards of 1962. Before that, we had heard the wonderful stylings of the great Ted Heath, and we had a wonderful trombone soli, and that was From This Moment On. And that is a great, solid horn section from the trombonist Ted Heath. And to start things off, for the centenary of his birth, that was Tony Bennett and Remind Me with Captain Robert Farnon and his orchestra. 3 selections right here on Evening Solitude. And if you are interested in hearing more of the Great American Samba, but in a more lower or slower tone, Saturday evenings, Candlelight of Memories is a program that I host from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on Seaside FM. We did not have our show last Saturday, but we will be back again this Saturday evening from 8 to 10 p.m. And of course, you can always hear the Great American Songbook on this program, Evening Solitude, from 6:05 to 8 p.m. on Thursdays. We're going to continue on now. Sounds from, let's see here. Oh, yes. The title track of a great 1982 movie. This is Henry Mancini, and he did the instrumentals and all of the orchestrations for this great film that was directed by Blake Edwards and starred his wife, Julie Andrews. James Garner and the great Robert Preston was starring in this role, called Victor Victoria. And it is a funny, funny movie, as Blake Edwards, who directed all those Pink Panther movies, has slapstick, and it has a funny, funny premise, and of course, star-studded actors and actresses. And I guess Leslie Ann Warren, who plays sort of the blonde bombshell in this movie, won Best Supporting Actor in the Academy Awards of 1982. Here is the main title theme called Crazy World. Here's Henry Mancini and his orchestra playing the theme of Victor Victoria.
From Gershwin to Bennett, it's Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen on 105.9 Seaside FM, your home for the best music.
The weather is frightening, the thunder and lightning seem to be having their way. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a lovely day. The turn in the weather will keep us together, so I can honestly say that as far as I'm concerned, it's a lovely day, and everything's okay. Isn't this a lovely day to be caught in the rain? You were going on your way, now you've got to remain. Just as you were going, leaving me all at sea, the clouds broke, they broke, and oh, what a break for me. I can see the sun up high, though we're caught in a storm. And I can see where you and I could be cozy and warm. So let the rain pitter-patter, 'cause it really doesn't matter if the skies are gray. As long as I can be with you, it's a lovely day. See the sun up high, though we're caught in the storm. And I can see where you and I could be cozy and warm. So let the rain pitter-patter, because it really doesn't matter if the skies are gray. Just as long as I can be with you, it's a lovely day. It's a lovely day.
Leroy Anderson and his orchestra playing his own music. Leroy Anderson, who gave us Sleigh Ride, Syncopated Clock, The Typewriter, and so many great American classics of the early 20th century, played Blue Tango. That one's sent out for Norma, who gave us a call. Great Norma, who has been a fan of Seaside FM since its inception, also a huge listener to Evening Solitude. Thank you, Norma, for giving me a call and letting me know that you are out there. In the centerpiece of that set, Isn't This a Lovely Day? 1975, Fred Astaire, Ken Barnes' production of a great recording. Fred Astaire had so much class. He was classy to the point where his wardrobe, he was always fit. He looked fantastic, even in the 1970s, where a lot of people have not aged well with their wardrobe and their figure. Fred Astaire had just wonderfully cut suits, and if you ever see him in the mid-1970s, he had this style fashion where he took a men's tie and he used that as a belt. And he, as you can hear, a little dated sound with the electric piano, but he could bring his vocal stylings into utter class. And in 1975, that was a hard task to do. And to start things off, that was Henry Mancini in the main title theme of that great motion picture, Victor, Victoria. We're going to give you your full 5-day Metro Weather Call forecast for Halifax and the surrounding area. And here comes the music.
What's tomorrow's weather? What's the low? What's the high? Will it be wet or dry?
Your Metro Weather Call forecast for Halifax and the surrounding area for this Thursday, August the 6th. Tonight, a few clouds, fog patches overnight with a low of 18 degrees Celsius. On Friday, sunny, becoming a mix of sun and cloud in the afternoon. High of 32, except 22 along parts of the coast. The humidex at 38 and UV index reading at 8, which is in the very high category. Friday night, low of 20. And on Saturday, mix of sun and cloud, a high of 29, except 23 along parts of the coast, with a low of 20. And on Sunday, a mix of sun and cloud, a 30% chance of showers, high of 28 and a low of 18. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, looking highs of 27, 24, and 23, and lows of 17 across the board. That's your Metro Weather Call forecast. Now, this brief word from some of our sponsors.
This week, the savings are fresh at No Frills on Pleasant Street in Dartmouth. Grab a whole seedless watermelon for just $4.99 each. Jane's chicken wings for only $6.99 a box. Green peppers are just $1.49 a pound. And Schneider's 375-gram bacon for only $3.95 each. Stock up, save big, and fill your cart for less. These great deals are available Thursday, August 6th through Wednesday, August 12th while supplies last. Hurry into No Frills on Pleasant Street, where saving money just makes sense.
The better variety of music from yesterday and today. 105.9 Seaside FM and streaming online at SeasideFM.com.
There are boys just right for some kissing, and I mean to grab me a few. Oh, those boys don't know what they're missing. I got a lot of living to do, and there's wine all ready for tasting, and there's Cadillacs all shiny and new. Gotta move, 'cause time is a-wasting. There's such a lot of living to do. There's music to play, places to go, and people to see. Everything for you and me. Life is a ball, if only you know it. And it's all just waiting for you. You're alive, so come on and show it. There is such a lot of living to do. There's music to play, places to go, and people to see. Everything for you and me. Hey, now life is a ball, if only you know it. And it's all just waiting for you. You are alive, so come on and
From 1960 in very early stereo. Stereo was just in its infancy, and you heard the separation of the brass and the winds. That was Keely Smith from the album Little Girl Blue. She was doing the soundtrack of the Broadway stage show Bye Bye Birdie, and that was the Charles Strauss piece, A Lot of Living to Do, with Nelson Riddle and his orchestra. And if you just turned in, this is a 105.9 Seaside FM, and this is Evening Solitude. It's 51 minutes past the hour, 9 to the top of the hour. We're going to continue on with the Velvet Fog. Here is Mel Torme singing the songs of Fred Astaire, and Nice Work If You Can Get It.
Holding hands at midnight, 'neath the starry sky. Nice work if you can get it, and you can get it if you try. Strolling with the one girl, sighing sigh after sigh. Nice work if you can get it, and you can get it if you try. Just imagine someone waiting at the cottage door, where two hearts become one. Who could ask for anything more? Loving one who loves you, and then taking that vow. Nice work if you can get it, and if you get it, won't you tell me how? Nice work if you can get it. Nice work if you can get it. The man who only lives for making money lives a life that isn't necessarily sunny. Likewise, the man who works for fame, there's no guarantee that time won't erase his name. The only work that really brings enjoyment is the kind that is for girl and boy meant. Fall in love, you won't regret it. That's the best kind of work if you can get it. Holding hands at midnight, 'neath the starry sky. Nice work if you can get it, and you can get it if you try. Strolling with the one girl, sighing sigh after sigh. Nice work if you can get it. Nice work if you can get it, and if you get it, won't you tell me how?
Modular to modal, big band to intimate settings with classic elegance. Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen has entered your homes for over 20 years on 105.9 Seaside FM, your home for the best music.
We are CFEP, but you know us as 105.9 Seaside FM, Metro's original adult easy music radio station with the best music from yesterday and today.
Welcome back to the second of 2 hours right here on Evening Solitude. My name is Charles Hsuen. Bringing music until the program close. That's going to be down the line at 8 p.m. We just finished that hour with the piano stylings of Brad Meldau, and he was playing the great Beatles tune Golden Slumbers. That one's set out for Maddie, who is listening in. So thank you very much, Maddie, for letting me know that you're out there and requesting that song. We're going to start this particular hour with some great music that I have hand selected. And this is the great Doris Day. And here is Paul Weston and his music makers. Paul Weston was the husband of Joe Stafford. Here he backs up Doris Day with the song Is You. And let's get started.
I hear music when I look at you, a beautiful theme of every dream I ever knew. Down deep in my heart, I hear it play. I feel it start, then melt away. I hear music when I touch your hand, a beautiful melody from some enchanted land. Down deep in my heart, I hear it say, is this the day I alone have heard this lovely strain? I alone have heard this glad refrain. Must it be forever inside of me? Why can't I let it go? Why can't I let you know? Why can't I let you know the song my heart would sing? That beautiful rhapsody of love and youth and spring. The music is sweet, the words are true. The song is you.
From Sinatra to Sondheim, we have the biggest shows from the studio to the Broadway stage and beyond. This is Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen with over 2 decades on 105.9 Seaside FM and live across the globe.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Ooh, baby, though our friendship ceases from now on. And listen, if you can't say anything real nice, well then it's strictly Nick's crackin', Jimmy Bracken. That's my advice. We're parting, you go your way, I'll go mine. Guess it's best that we do. Here's a kiss. Hope that this brings a little bit of luck to you. Makes no difference how I carry on. Remember, please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Parting, you go your way, I'll go mine. Best that we do. Here's a kiss. Well, I hope that this brings a little bit of luck to you. Makes no difference how I carry on. Remember, please don't talk about me when I'm gone, long gone. Please don't talk about me when I'm gone.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. That is Bing Crosby, of course, most electronically recorded artist in the Guinness Book of World Records. He was singing the great songs from the Great American Songbook. And before that, a ballad version of Doris Day's version of the song is You. My name is Charles Hsuen, and this is Evening Solitude. I'm going to take a couple of minutes to explain to you a lot of this Great American Songbook stuff that I listened to as a kid came from a bunch of records that I had inherited from my grandparents. My grandfather's not doing so well right now. He's the age of 97, and he is unfortunately in palliative care, which is why I've been away for the last few weeks over the summer because unfortunately, he's in the December of his years, so to speak. But he and my grandmother, who is also very much around at the age of 96, were ballroom dancers. And I received and inherited much of their strict tempo music on vinyl. And this is how I heard a lot of the Great American Songbook. And the first record that I ever received was this one, by Victor Sylvester in his Invitation No. 5, his ballroom orchestra. Victor Sylvester was a British band leader who was famous for ballroom dancing music. And he would take Great American Songbook standards and he would put them in a strict tempo so that ballroom dancers could actually do the steps. And one of the big famous ones was the quick step. And so how Victor Sylvester would start off the song was he would go slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, and then play a quick step song. Here is Diamonds Are the Girl's Best Friend, which was made famous by Marilyn Monroe and Carol Channing. And here is Victor Sylvester and his Invitation No. 5. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow.
From Eastern Passage to the world, this is Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen, a Thursday night tradition on 105.9 Seaside FM, now on your intelligent virtual assistant with Siri, Alexa, and Google devices.
There are many, many crazy things that will keep me loving you. And with your permission, may I list a few. The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, no, they can't take that away from me. The way you smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, no, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again on that bumpy road to love. Still I'll always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we dance till 3, the way you changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again on that bumpy road to love. But I'll always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away. No, they cannot take that away. No, they can't take that away from me.
From 2008, that is Eliane Elias, from Bossa Nova Stories, and that was They Can't Take That Away From Me, the sultry sounds of the Bossa Nova by Eliane Elias. Yes, she had just a wonderful set of albums in the late 1990s and early 2000s, and had discovered all of her singing and her wonderful stylings of the orchestrations with the Bossa Nova beat. It's a different beat, and it's a different feeling overall in the way that they play things. My name is Charles Hsuen, and this is Evening Solitude, bringing music until the program close. That's going to be down the line at 8 p.m. We're going to go back now to 1962. This is a reunion of the original Benny Goodman Quartet from 1939 or 38. Benny Goodman had what was the first interracial group to go on stage when segregation was a huge thing. And so he had two white people, which were Benny Goodman and Gene Krupa on drums, Benny Goodman on clarinet. And then he had Lionel Hampton on vibes and Teddy Wilson on piano, who were African American. And so they played, and then they each had their own orchestra once the famous 1938 concert at Carnegie Hall happened, because everybody was put out like sausages, and everyone had their own big band orchestra. In 1962, they all got back together again with a aptly entitled album, Together Again, on the RCA Victor label, the original label, and they recorded a set of songs, and it became a big hit, and then they performed at Carnegie Hall again. Here is one of those songs, and it's called I Got It Bad and That Ain't Good. I believe it's a Duke Ellington song, and here is the Benny Goodman Trio playing and reunited together. Let's have a listen. The famous, the infamous Benny Goodman Quartet with I've Got It Bad and That Ain't Good. And I was right. That was Benningham and doing Duke Ellington's Words and Music. And there we have it. We're going to give you your 3-day Metro Weather Call forecast for Halifax and the surrounding area.
What's with the temperature now? What's the high?
What's the low?
Here's your Metro Weather Call forecast for this Thursday, August the 6th. Tonight, a few clouds, fog patches overnight with a low of 18 degrees Celsius. On Friday, sunny with becoming a mix of sun and cloud in the afternoon with a high of 32, except 22 along parts of the coast. Humidex at 38, which the UV index reading at 8, which is in the very high category. Friday night, partly cloudy, a low of 20 degrees. Saturday, a mix of sun and cloud, a high of 29, except 23 along parts of the coast, with a low of 20. On Sunday, a mix of sun and cloud, a 30% chance of showers, high of 28, and a low of 18. For more weather information, log on to SeasideFM.com. Current temperature outside the studios of Eastern Passage, Fisherman's Cove, and Shearwater. It is 29 degrees Celsius. The barometric pressure reading at 101.6 kilopascals and rising. And the Humidex at 34. That's your Metro Weather Call forecast. And now, this brief word from some of our sponsors.
You know, it might be confusing to some, a bit overwhelming perhaps, as to where to invest these days. You know, you should invest, for what's the point of being 5 years older and not becoming at least 5 years richer? Markets may go down, then recover, but wasted time, you just don't get it back. Tune in every Thursday morning at 9:10 to the Financial Destination Show. It will be time well invested. Call 902-499-5879. This is Roger Hamilton. Until next time, stay safe and stay invested.
105.9 Seaside FM.